want to get straight to some breaking news right now. We have just learned that the FBI now has a search warrant for the home of Brian Laundrie, the boyfriend of Gabby Petito. Petito has been missing for 6 days. Laundrie returned from the cross-country road trip without her last week over the weekend, and the FBI says they found a body in Wyoming that's consistent with the description of Gabby. Trevor Alt is in Northport, Florida now with all the latest on what's taking place. Trevor, what do we know, first of all, about the search right now?
Well, Kira, that search is ongoing right behind me. This is Brian Laundrie's home. The FBI is in the process of executing what they say is a court-approved search warrant that is tied to the Gabby Petito investigation. And we have been watching agents come in and out of the house, surrounding it with vehicles and taping it all off as well. And we know that Brian Laundrie, on top of him living here, his parents live here too. We have seen the parents at one point taken out of the home, placed into that Dodge Caravan, that van right in front of the front door. Now, we should note they were not in handcuffs, and they only stayed in the van for about 10 minutes before they were welcomed back inside. But this is definitely an escalation and a new development in this case, Kira, because all week we heard from authorities talking about how this was not a criminal investigation. It was 2 separate missing person cases. But now that we have a body that is likely the body of Gabby Petito, it's certainly within the realm of possibility that that changes this into a criminal investigation, and it's possible that that played a role in the FBI securing the search warrant, Kira.
And Brian Laundrie still missing, correct? And the family has not said anything publicly to this point, but it seems like they are cooperating with authorities right now. As you mentioned, they walked out without handcuffs. They are allowed to go back inside.
Yes, and from the beginning, there's been a very distinctive patterns about how this family speaks with authorities. Neither Brian nor his parents would talk with authorities about the disappearance of Gabby Petito. It wasn't until the family reported Brian was missing on Friday that they talked to the police, and even then, they would only talk about the disappearance of Brian Laundrie. They wouldn't speak about anything else, and the way that the lawyers have spoken, there's nothing to indicate that the family is changing that now that a body has been recovered here. Though they do seem to be cooperating, they're well within their constitutional rights, declining to speak in this capacity. But Brian Laundrie may very well be the key to discovering now what happened to Gabby Petito. And his family tells authorities that they haven't seen him since Tuesday. They said that on Tuesday, he drove that silver Mustang that agent is right behind to this local nature reserve, which is essentially swampland around here. The family says he didn't come home. On Thursday, then, they went and retrieved the car, and the day after, they reported Brian Laundrie missing. Now, so officials have spent the past 2 days combing through what is really, Kira, tens of thousands of acres of alligator-infested swampland here looking for Brian Laundrie. They brought out drones, they brought out four-wheelers, fan boats, and canine units, but they tell us this morning that those canine units did not pick up the scent of Brian Laundrie anywhere, and they feel they have exhausted all avenues for searching what really is an enormous piece of land that one officer said if a person wanted to, they could spend months in there without ever being found. So there's no search of that nature reserve for Brian Laundrie right now, but it doesn't appear that this is a situation where authorities are packing it up and going home. This is just the latest evolution in the case now that we have likely found the body of Gabby Petito all the way out in Wyoming.
Do we know anything else about that body that was discovered that is likely that of Gabby's, and any word on cause of death?
Well, that's what we're waiting on right now. So as you said, the FBI was very specific in their wording in that it matches the description of Gabby Petito, the body that they recovered, but they don't yet have 100% forensic confirmation. We're expecting to get that tomorrow once the autopsy is complete, and that should also shed some light on the cause of death, but we're still waiting on it right now. However, Kira, while it is not 100% confirmed, the local police department here in Northport essentially said they were very saddened to hear the news that Gabby was deceased. The family has been notified they are behaving as if this were confirmed. So while we're waiting on that match forensically to say that this is in fact Gabby Petito, the big question, as you say, is what is the cause of death? Of course, the investigation then is still going to have to answer a lot of questions if we don't find Brian Laundrie. So there's still, even though we likely know where Gabby Petito was, There's a lot that investigators are going to have to figure out, and that would explain why they're here combing through this home, Kira.
A lot of questions. And as we watch those pictures live behind you, Trevor, we will stay in touch with you as things develop. Do let us know. Trevor Alt, appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.